Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to another episode in the series of Insta Conversations. And this is all about all of us coming together and supporting each other throughout these rapidly changing times. I have a very much a dear friend online with me today, Sophia, and she's coming in from Christchurch, New Zealand. Sophia is a writer, an absolute goddess. She actually it comes from Portuguese. She's a bilingual writer, and her passion is really empowering women. She's the founder of Goddesses in the World, and she's also an author of a book. Now, the name of it eludes me right now. What is the title of that book, child's book that you've written?
The Magic of Who You Are.
Right, and that's a beautiful summary on who you represent and what you want for everyone out there, really, isn't it? The magic of really who you are and empowering people around that. So our theme of our conversation is around resilience, and certainly you've seen some, I suppose, insights around the Christchurch earthquakes and also just throughout the journey of your life. Sophia, do you mind just sharing a little bit about you, and then we'll delve deep into some sort of takeaways for everyone that's listening.
Sure. So Angie and I met way back when we were slaying it in our corporate careers. So I used to be the CEO of a software business, and there was a time where that was an awesome, fun time, and I learned heaps and led teams and achieved lots. And then just before the earthquakes, actually, I started getting a nudge. This is one of those times I started getting a nudge, like a time like now, that there were certain things in my life that I wasn't happy with, and the earthquakes just kind of exacerbated that. So that was a time, looking back now, of slow transition, but led to me started to focus on what I really love. So so it was a time of extreme uncertainty, but it led to where I am today. So a more joyful life. And my book was born. I started writing, so I really started listening to what I wanted out of that time of tragedy. Everything else you said about me is also true, but I thought this pieces it together a little bit.
Absolutely. And really it is, I'm a firm believer that in times of adversity and challenge, really is a shaping moment for people if they choose. And I feel that the message today is building some resilience, but also allowing yourself to adapt and respond. So, Sophia, what are your sort of 3 key things that you can share with people to help them navigate through this?
Sure. So look, we're on it all in this together, and I am navigating this myself. So I've been noticing, how I go up and down into my despair to hope levels. So I kind of dip into all those layers as well. But I'd say the number one thing that keeps me grounded is my sense of hope. Not like a pie in the sky kind of hope, oh, I'm going to pray my way out of this and it's all going to be all right, and I'm just going to do some affirmations and it's going to make it better. That's really not what I mean. But grounded in my sense of hope that I have evidence for, that I have been through trauma before, so have you, so has everybody else. Also, we will go through trauma again, and we do know that we will get through it. So, and the moment I'm in despair, if I swing back into my sense of hope, if I can find a way to pivot to hope, then I have access to a better response. So pivoting from despair to hope, and then I find the other aspect is to really accept that this is happening. So I find that I spend a lot of time arguing with who's to blame. Should we have responded more easily? Is quarantine really going to make the difference we hope it's going to make? So all of this is human, and we all fall into it, but it places me in a place of resistance and everybody else. So the minute I started consuming all the news, all the things, I get right back to this shouldn't have happened this way. Why is life so hard? Blah, blah, blah. Whereas I need to go back to, this is happening. So what's the most powerful way for me to respond right now? And it's not easy. You know, some people have lost their jobs. Some people have had their businesses shut overnight. Some people are now grappling with, do I spend money on food or pay my rent? So I get that it is really real for all of us in different ways. However, whether we place it in despair or hope, it's not going to change what is actually happening. But hope and accepting of a full acceptance of the situation puts us into action to find solutions. So from a place of hope, I could go, okay, can I freeze my mortgage payments? Can I get in touch with my bank to see what my options are? Are there added benefits that I can tap into right now? So it puts you in a place of creativity to then go and mitigate whatever stressors are at play in your life. And then once like the primary things are dealt with, then you can maybe even go deeper into that. And so I'd say the second aspect, or third probably dynamic, is creativity. So then you can pivot into creativity. So using my creativity as a superpower, what can I create out of the situation that is going to get me out of the situation, improve life in the long term, whatever it is that you're dealing with. So using creativity as a superpower, I would say that's really gets me out of anything, but it's a muscle you have to keep training. Yeah, that's really, I'd say those three things are really key right now. And I would like to add a fourth one, which is the fact that, again, this is not going to be the last blow that life is going to throw at us. That is the nature of being alive. That is the nature of being human. I think it's just that we tend to forget the previous traumatic experiences we've been through. I know this is a different dynamic because we're all going through it at the same time. So for example, here in Christchurch, in the earthquakes, we were going through it here locally, and people from the outside could like help, look in, but they weren't really going through it, right? However, it's still a blow that life is throwing at us, and we know that we will get through it. So we not only will we get through it, we are currently getting through it, except life will not look the same on the other side. So I'd say that those are the key things for me right now.
They are powerful, really, really powerful. So it's about, you know, grounding yourself with hope, but also that last point you made, we are going through it. We are coping really well at this present time and navigating through it. So they're fantastic. Where can people find you, to be part of your Goddesses of the World? How can someone reach out to you and your community, Sophia?
So Facebook and Instagram, Goddesses in the World. I also have a website, goddessesintheworld.com. And every Tuesday for the foreseeable future, I'm running Self-Care Tuesdays online.
Wonderful.
So it's a 45-minute session for people to, again, get grounded in hope, take a 45-minute break from the madness and take care of themselves, because that's the access to hope, to creativity, to solutions, and to making the most of what we're going through right now.
I love that. Thank you so much. I will put the links along with this video. So if you're wanting to reach out and be part of that, please feel free to do so. And thank you so much for those golden nuggets that you've shared with us today, Sophia. And all the best, everyone. We'll be back up here very soon in the next few days. But thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope it helps.
Thank you.